time and time again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome to the Originators Monday, mixed in with a little bit of flavor of the six-man combo. We got a good one coming for you today, but before we have all that, I am your host, the six man, K Styles is in the building, and to the top left of the panel, we have the Don, aka the Summer Hill Nightmare.
I want to tell y'all something. When players and coaches want to be players and coaches and want to stay successful and don't want the GMs and the front office all in the locker rooms, on the practice field, talking, dancing, come to the University of Michigan.
Oh, this yeah.
Man, shut up.
This,
I thought he was about to say, you gotta be starting something. Got to be starting something.
and to the top right of the panel, as you already know, is the Senator, Mad Mike Sports.
Yep, I be.
All right. Hey, man. Like I said, you've seen what the title of today's show is. We're going to continue the conversation, which is known as the instability of James Pearce Jr. following this weekend's fuckery that went on. And we're going to recap what our thoughts on the Super Bowl and what does it mean for the 2026 season. 2026-2027 season, to be correct. And before we go ahead and get right into it, let's give a shout out to the people that's already in here as we know it. We definitely appreciate y'all. And I guess Ski Yee is in here. We got Drip LaFleur, we got Leo, Terry Lloyd, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. We got Diamond, one of our favorite ladies in here, as well as Madam Howell, aka Sonia.
Sonya.
We got MVM 1978. We got A137. We got Isaiah Thomason, Lady C6, Xavier Littman, man. So as you're getting right into this, into the chat.
That's Lady Crumbly. That's old coach. Um, that's coach's aunt.
Okay. So family. That's family right there. All right, Silk Legacy, Lakitu, Rory Bowen. Hey, like I said, y'all getting in here, make sure y'all go and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to any of the channels, which are the Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network, 6MK Live, or the Heavy Hitters Live, make sure you go ahead and do your thing, man. And had to do a little housekeeping on there, so let's get right into it, man. So, fellas, we got a couple topics here, man. How do we want to kick this thing off? Do we want to kick this thing off with the follow up to this James Pearce stuff? Y'all want to kick it off with that, or do y'all want to kick it off with the Super Bowl recap?
I mean, let's do it old school, kid.
Let's talk about which one you want to do, Mike. Look.
No,
I already started.
You got some bullshit, so I already see.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Go ahead.
I just don't
choose, Don. You choose.
No, I just don't want to. I'm just being honest with you. I just really don't want to talk about the James Pearce situation.
It's not necessarily talking about James Pearce.
We're not. The thing is, we're not talking about the James Pearce situation as far as what's going on. We're just talking about the consequences of the instability. We're just talking about consequences. This is the philosophical side of things. It's not necessarily just talking about the case. So
Yeah.
I would just use this for an example. When we're talking, everybody kind of already knows this situation going down. We know the crashing out and the police and stuff like that. I'm sitting here. Well, we'll start off with that. The premise of talking about this is I have to question the team or his people around him that's not giving him the correct advice on certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we're talking about with the James Pearce situation. It's not necessarily the situation itself, but it's kind of questioning the people around him and why nobody had the guts to kind of intervene into preventing the shit from happening.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead, Mike. You want to kick us off with that, man? What you thinking?
Hold on. I had a comment that I wanted to, but I don't lost the comment. Just give me a minute.
All right. Well, Diamond said, I swear every time we get a glimmer of hope, this shit gets crushed. We got let's see.
Oh, okay. I know. All right, I got it. So
Mhm.
I mean, I hear everybody, but I don't see it that way. I don't see this as a glimmer of hope gets crushed. I mean, that's why,
I look
like, you know,
I,
there's
I
injuries happen.
yeah,
And this ain't no different than injuries, if you ask me.
I look at this as kind of like a cautionary tale right now because as we already know with the situation itself, it's kind of like that. And I kind of feel Diamond on it kind of being like a glimmer of hope because the thing about it is you saw potential in it, but then it's somebody's one unstable ass decision, not just for Falcons' sake, but for his own personal sake, possibly fuck his career up. Like I said, we don't know how they gonna rule all this stuff, or like I said, he may plead insanity or bipolarism or something like that and get a lesson. We don't know. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it is I wanted to use it as a cautionary tale to talk about the importance of having the right people around you and the right people in your corner.
Uh-huh.
And this is where I wanted to get to at it, Mike. So, like I said, if you want to go ahead and kick it off with that, let's kick it off with that.
Oh, go ahead.
Why do
You
wow?
do you.
Okay, so why do you think, and if you think James Pearce Jr. didn't have the right people around his corner to sit his stupid ass down doing dumb stuff like this?
Because they're too busy watching Cardi B and Stephon Diggs show.
Oh Lord.
You don't understand what that? You don't know understand
Yeah,
what that means?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Volatile behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's normal. Volatile behavior has become a normal thing. It's become a normal thing and a normal occurrence in the world today. If you're not fighting, I mean, there are two things in relationships, and I'm about to pull out that red pill for you, Kill. There's two things in relationship that kills relationships. It's one, it's that You follow what everybody else's relationship is like, and that's Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. They always got to be, it's the end couple right now. That's the end couple. It's Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. They're so beautiful together. Oh, they're so good together. Oh, look at Cardi B. She's pregnant with his baby. Oh, and then you have the other side of the coin, or you have relationships that you as a man and as a woman, um, especially women these days. It's mostly women, and women have this idea of everything has to be absolutely perfect. Every aspect of a relationship out of a man has to be absolutely perfect because their girlfriend might laugh at them because their guy is not paying 80% of the rent. He's not paying 80% of a car. He's not paying 50% or 80% of the insurance. It's a lot of
Shit,
that.
it's 100% of everything. Let's just be honest. They want you to pay everything.
Look, I'm trying to be thoughtful. Okay, I'm trying to be thoughtful. Okay, I can't be mad, Mike, all the time. All right, but the point is everybody had this idea of what a relationship is supposed to be instead of actually just being. Just let the relationship be. That's the fucking problem. And that's how a lot of people end up getting messed up is because they have an idea of what the relationship and they, oh man, this guy's the one and she's the one, oh he's the one, and then that shit don't happen the way they happen, and then they end up crashing the fuck out because that person ain't going along with their little fantasy that they done created inside their head.
You know what I
Go ahead, Don. Go ahead, Don. You muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I got muted, but anyway, but it's expectations, and it stems and it branches off into subcategories of expectations. One hand, you have unrealistic expectations. A lot of people have those in relationships, which Mike just said. A lot of women they want everything to be perfect every single day, and that's not how life is. And then another thing, unspoken expectations. Now, unspoken expectations.
Are you out there crawling in the Warriors locker room because it sounds like you crackling bottles right now? Right now.
I'm not. I'm right here. Anyway, but unspoken. When we talk about unspoken expectations, we're talking about expectations, right? We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about expectations. That's you good. That are not spoken. Like people have in their head of what they want from that person, but they don't clearly communicate that to that person. Either they're scared to say what they want to say, or they're not gonna say it because they on some, you know what? They want to control things, or they want to try to gaslight you into like, oh well, this is how it's supposed to be anyway. No, my thing is if you don't around me, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't clearly communicate what you want or what you need from me, then it ain't gonna happen.
Mm, yeah. I
And that's when
mean,
people get upset and get mad and get in their feelings and stuff, and that's when things start going south.
okay. Yeah. A lot of times you can't be scared to speak your mind. Um, regardless on if it's good, bad, or ugly. Um, just in this situation alone, like yeah, you have to understand your circle, and that's why when they came to this Falcons organization, um, and we already knew that there was some red flags surrounding James Pierce coming into the organization, hence why his stock dropped in the draft based on what his potential was. Um, this is one of those situations. where we thought the previous regime had already had a plan for. Now, we can honestly say the previous regime may have nothing to do with what the off-season activities is for James Pearce, but to take the precautions and to have the right type, and for him to have the right type of people around him to keep his ass in check. Whether it's not just the organization aspects of it, but it could be certain type of friends, some type of associates who is the OG, one that, like I said, he can turn to when he ain't feeling right in a certain ways and stuff. And that's the part about all this that I question as well. Like I said, like I said, we've already deemed him a scumbag and a piece of shit for even going down this road. I just want to attack the other aspect of it. Who is the other people that's around him that's enabling him to be a piece of shit?
I mean, my thing is a lot of people like to we want to focus on the people around them because my thing is um I don't think he's that I don't think he's um I'm not gonna say there is any underlying issues because um that could very well be that. But in this instance, I wouldn't say there's an underlying issue and as far as mental health is concerned. I know a lot of people love to throw that out. I've gotten in trouble before with this, with saying about Calvin Ridley. People said the exact same thing when he was out here doing dumb shit. He got on a boat and start, throwing money and going partying and all that shit and betting. I said then I didn't think it was a mental health issue because you
Mhm.
know, um, because my thing is you can't tell me you have a mental health issue when you all year long for 9, 10 months straight. You right. There's been no incidents, and then you just wake up one morning and just say, "Yep, I'm just gonna go on a high speed chase, beat up my girlfriend, allegedly beat up my girlfriend, allegedly beat up the cops, and run a license and rent a Lamborghini and do all this and fly to another state." That don't sound like somebody with a mental health issue. Okay, that doesn't sound like. Now, again, these are just instances where it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't seem like that. It doesn't leave a trace of mental health. That doesn't mean there isn't you know that doesn't completely dismiss that. This is why you gotta hold out, reserve judgment to, to be honest, you gotta reserve judgment on everything, but because you gotta look at all the evidence. When all the evidence comes out, we'll see exactly that.
Mhm.
But being around two uncles that have, you know, been diagnosed with schizophrenia. My great 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 grandmother was, diagnosed that in her time, and that was that was in the early 1900s. So even then, she was diagnosed with that. But back then, you had to like they didn't have a lot of those things in place where you can actually go get help and things of that nature. But like I said, this is an issue where you just look at mainly, and I'm just gonna look at the evidence what we got with Kill, the instability of James Pearce Jr. Because thing is this is um this is an incident where why wasn't this something that Tennessee? Why weren't there issues at Tennessee? If there were issues at Tennessee, why is it being kept under a microscope? I mean, under a blanket, because nobody heard about him flipping out. All we said, oh, he has some some issues, concerns. We never had any incidents like we saw with Jalen Carter out of Georgia, where he was down there placed in jail for it. So we never heard of. So that goes back to what you were saying, Kid. It's like, all right, where are the people around him? Why are everybody hiding the issues? If he really was, this is opening up a whole new can of worms. If he end up being diagnosed with some sort of mental issue, a mental health issue, now we're gonna start. The questions really start. Like, who the hell is hiding all of these things? Are y'all just hiding this guy, his issues, so y'all can, try to make hundreds of $1,000,000 off of him just for him being a player? Because I got more questions now. If it comes out that he has a mental issue.
But like I said, this doesn't hide the fact that this dude was being a jackass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because just the full 180 in a 24-hour span is just some of the most outrageous and and stupidity involved with it that you could ever see. Like I said, I'm not focused on just what it means for the Falcons. Like you said, I don't care what it means for the Falcons. I'm talking to James Pearce, the man, the young man. That's that is just horrible. That is horrible in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get under your emotions. You got to check yourself. You got to get help, whether what or not. You can't do shit like that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you having issues with Kid Jackson and you got these relationship issues, like I said before, and I'm using examples. There's been plenty of times, well, might want to crash out on some folks.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
to not to what this motherfucker is doing, but you want to say some wild, outlandish stuff online.
Oh, it was been an incident. Not on actually.
Mhm.
I've actually crashed out while we was talking a number of times. So much so I had to take myself to the police station, and get some information because I said I might have threatened somebody's life or two.
Mhm.
And I had to go to the police station and say, "Hey, man, this person did this to me. All right, am I wrong? Am I right? You know what I'm saying?" I had to do that because I flipped the fuck out. Like I said, I have had issues with anger, and
Mhm.
so much so that I did not go to either of my proms because I was on school probation, both 11th and 12th, my senior and junior year, and I almost got kicked out of school. So I've had my fair share of anger issues
Mhm.
and threatening people. So
And
go ahead.
no. I was gonna let you keep going. I was sitting here reading some of these comments. We're gonna get to the comments here in a minute. I'm just let Mike finish it up.
But like I said, I'm very look. I've had my fair share of blacking the fuck out. Okay, that's kind of why I don't speak to certain people when they try me. Is because I do have that part of me where I black out, and I'm not trying to be no thug. I'm not none of that shit. But I do know I have a problem with anger. Okay, I do know I have a problem with that where I do black out. I black the fuck out and I don't remember anything that I say. I don't remember anything that I do. So my
Mhm.
thing is I've been in that spot where um James has been. Everybody, I believe at some point in time, everybody in their life has been in that point. But it
I believe
comes a point when you got to do something about it, and the people around you got to make you do something about it.
Mhm.
that.
It's been
I
plenty.
got
It been,
about crashing out. I was the prince of crashing out back in the day. What saved me and what changed me, I and really saw something in me, and we ended up being married and we had kids. So that's that what saved me right there.
mm,
So it's like again, man. Like I tell these young cats these days, and I'm dealing with it right now with my oldest son. When you and I'm talking to the young men, and I don't know. I can't really give advice to a woman because I'm not a woman. I've never been in their shoes. But all I can tell these young men is, look, when she say no, or when she says done, or when she's tripping and she getting on your nerves all the time, man, you just gotta just let that go, charge it to the game, and move on, man. Ain't no sense of crashing out and stalking somebody or threatening somebody to get back with you. Ain't no good. There's no good at begging someone to be with you. There's no good of you're somebody telling you, oh well, he got to grow on me, or you got to grow on me. You got to apply pressure. You ain't got to do all that. Either somebody like you or they don't.
mhm. Exactly. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know
Mhm.
when to walk away.
What
Yeah,
on?
lady, lady, she said there's a little snap in all of us, and that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody do have that boiling point on when they do. You just have certain people. You have certain people
Look,
that knows how to control it, and you got certain people that don't know how to control it.
let me say this because I see this, and that see this is part of me that I like. I hate comments like this. J. Coop, like, remember he's only 21. That's a load of fucking shit. Okay, if my 5 year old nephew, okay, knows he's not supposed to do certain things, I don't want to hear that bullshit about somebody being 20. He's only 21 years old. He's only 19. He do the crash out. No, he did. No, he's not. That's an excuse. This is why guys like King Von end up dead because we say stupid ass shit like that. That's fucking bullshit when we talk about, oh, he's only 22. Look,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot of people who are
you're
not here
taught
doing that dumb shit at 22. That's not a
you're
fucking
taught at
excuse.
3 you're taught at 3 years old to leave people alone. Leave me alone. When somebody say leave them alone, you leave them alone.
You leave him alone. The end. That's
That's it.
bullshit to say, oh, he's only 22. This is
Cause guess what?
exactly why he crashing the fuck out. It's because of shit like that.
Cause guess
I
what?
see a
Cause
lot of
guess
people
what?
saying that. I'm not just picking on. I'm not just not. It's that comment that ticks me off when I hear people say stupid shit like that. Oh, he's only
Because
young. I did it when I was
But
young. No
because
look. He's 20. Let me tell you something. He's 21 years old, right? So he found his way to play at a high level in college and got drafted in the first round. So if he could accomplish those things, he know what the fuck leave me alone means. So
exactly.
I really don't want to hear
mm,
that bullshit. How
that,
And
about
I'm
you?
not.
but
We're not
Stop.
saying you. We're saying that comment. When we talk about when we hear people say he's only 21, he's only 22. That's a load of fucking
mm,
shit. Okay, that's what that
He
is.
became. Look, I'm 38, and this motherfucker became richer than I ever damn seen. So apparently he knows. He knows right from wrong.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Somebody
because
don't just trip
because
over. People don't just trip over being becoming a millionaire unless you win and unless you play the lottery or some shit like that. And
Mm-hmm.
there been some people that won the lottery. Trust and believe me.
because the
And
reason why
oh, go ahead.
but the reason why that the comment on the age is kind of is a bad one because we're only saying that because he's still alive. Now, if
Yeah.
ended up putting himself in a situation where he's not with us anymore or he's not on Earth anymore, then the reality of the bad shit is going to hit a lot different.
Yes, yes.
Because the thing is what we learn, well, we especially around that age, we kind of learn that with our emotions and whatnot, we cannot put ourselves in situations to where we've made it and lose it
Mm-hmm.
True. Not
at a
true.
twinkle at the twinkle of a dying flame. It, like you said, what Metallica say, time is like a fuse, short and burning fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's as fast as you can lose everything right there.
Yeah. So it's the comment again. It's the comment, not necessarily you.
Look,
Exactly.
like we said, man, I done been in places I got back, had got back into a corner, and there's plenty of situations I done back motherfuckers into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Neither
True.
situation, neither situation is good because you don't know how people are going to react. And like someone told me back in the day, every reaction is a reaction, and after that reaction is another reaction, and after that reaction is another reaction. It can be a chain of reactions. People get killed. Somebody can come see your family, kill them. Bro, this world is so toxic, and this is and horrible. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta figure out you gotta figure out how to process yourself when you get in a situation, you know, that potentially you're gonna have to either do or die.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta process, you gotta sit back and think. And he had plenty of time to process. I'm like, bro, you was on the other side of the country on Thursday night, Friday morning. You was on the other side of the country. You had plenty of time to think. You should have been thinking. You should have been hitting up somebody. Where's James Pearce Sr.? That's another question. Where's your dad? Like, where are all these people who's supposed to be helping you through this journey of you becoming from a young man to a man?
Mm-hmm.
I said
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy, you know, and I get it. It is not easy, you know, growing up in this world, especially being a black man. It's not because anything you do, you are already gonna be guilty, and you got to prove your innocence, which is messed up.
Hmm. Yeah. Hello. So Bill said he wanted to test. He talked about Lamar Jackson better back. So I'm supposed to fly to your house and whoop your ass because you said that. Is that what you waiting on?
I said,
Man,
man,
I don't.
Because
if I
like you said, that's kind of. I guess that's supposed to be the test. We're supposed to crash out if you say Lamar's better than Matt Ryan. I mean,
no
for
one,
one thing, we know it ain't. I'm about to say for one thing, we already know it ain't true. So I was like, what's the point of even crashing out here? And
You want me to crash out because you said
he
Lamar.
wants you to crash out. He wants you to crash out. I guess he wanted to crash it. Wants you to crash out like James Pearce Jr. for him saying that.
Mm. Mm, yes.
Yeah, I don't fight motherfuckers over opinions. Like I said, that ain't worth it. Disrespect is a different
no,
story, but different opinions
now
ain't worth fighting over.
it's not because everybody think differently. Everybody has their own way of being entertained and being happy
Mm,
and sad. Everybody has their own emotions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's triggers everybody's emotions. And what I mean by trigger, I'm not mean because everybody think trigger is a bad word, and it's not. Some emotions. It can be triggered by happiness. You know, everything ain't always gotta be bad. I know things that make me happy, and I'm a simple ass man. Food, Michigan football, Falcons football,
mm,
family. That's it.
mm. And Robin here said he said the box ain't worth it in my life. I know that, but bro needs help. Hell, I'm a disabled vet at 100%, and then you think I'm gonna f that up for a woman? No, not at the age of 38.
All right.
Mhm. Hey, Truth, what's going on, man? And speaking of OGs,
What
what's
up,
going
vet?
on,
What?
Truth?
Oh yeah, yes. Vet the vet. What up, vet? I'm at 60, man. I'm trying to get to 100, so I already know where you at, man. It's uh OG finna talk to y'all for a minute, man.
Yeah, give him the old, give him the OG game on this situation, man.
And everybody
This
need to listen. Listen up.
is disheartening as fuck, man. Um, it almost, as a 56-year-old man, damn near bring me to tears because I see two young, beautiful black people boxed into this situation because they are letting life get the best of them, man. Instead of taking advantage of the blessings that they got, here we are. Um, Something is disconnected with that young man. Um, for him to do, if you look at the timeline on what, like Thursday night, Friday morning, he was 2,500 miles away. And in a blink of an eye, he's at her apartment because I found out she did stay. She do stay in Florida, and she done blocked you, man. And she blocked you, and you calling her from a different phone, and she pull up to a red light, and you jump out the car and try to open the door, and then the rest of the story gets kind of sketchy on how many times he hit her car, but they actually wind up at the police station, and what brought the police out was they arguing. It's just crazy, man. You don't throw it away your life, bro. Listen, man. Hey, all it takes is 15, 30 seconds to throw it all away, man. You can let your emotions rip through you to the point of this. Ain't no coming back from it. A whole relationship is ruined between those two individuals. This gonna forever be a stain with both of them, but with both James and Rakia. Because I went and I looked at some old pictures of them together, and I just watched her talk on a video. Man, she was so in love with that damn boy. It don't make no sense. I don't know what went wrong or where it went wrong, but from her to go from that to where we are now, that shit discouraging, bro. It's discouraging and disheartening. Yeah. Make no mistake about it. He definitely fucked up. Um, I don't know how this can be fixed. Now, what was kind of strange to me, and I'm pretty sure if y'all hadn't addressed this elephant in the room, I will. Um, that bond was low for what he did. Take it from somebody who done been around that type. I ain't never did no that type shit, but I've been around that type of shit, bro. Like for real. I'm not bullshitting. All y'all in the chat, 64P. Make sure y'all hit them buttons. Listen, I done been around that type shit. That bond was low. $20,500 low for what he allegedly did.
Hmm.
Aggravated stalking, assault with a deadly weapon. The deadly weapon turned out to be the Lamborghini truck. Okay. And then the rest of it, injuring the officer, which was an accident. I don't think he tried to hurt the officer. And then fighting them and all that stuff there, all that was $20,000, $21,000. Okay. And then on the night of the Super Bowl, you getting out of jail and three stiff suits showing up to pick you up. That's interesting. That's interesting. So it just what he did that don't add up. They held court in the cell, so that means the judge got up out of his bed on the weekend to go holler at him when he could have waited till this morning. So I'm curious to see how this gonna play out. I know a lot of people saying he should be gone and all that, and I understand this, that, the third, but it's a lot of underlying factors that's got to be considered. For one, legally, he's a first-time offender. I said legally. Before somebody crash out and say, well, he been beating our ass. Okay. I also heard that they used to fight a lot. So, but she's not on trial here. She is the victim. But you can't disregard that possibility. 21,000 is cheap, man, for what he did. I didn't think bro was gonna get a bond about Wednesday or Thursday, to be honest with you.
Nah, they gave him a bond literally the day after.
They gave him a bond while we watching the Super Bowl last night. Mike reported it. And that took all kind of headshots, man. Y'all leave Mike alone, man. I'm about sick of y'all bothering Mike now. I'm about sick of y'all. Mike go out here try to get y'all the doggone news, and then y'all leave Mike alone now. Like for real. Just because y'all see me and him argue, don't get it twisted. Don't do that. Don't do that now. I'm gonna be. I ain't gonna drop no F-bomb, but don't y'all do that.
I'm reporting, y'all. I'm reporting news. It's not always my opinion.
But at any rate, man, this breaks my heart. I'm talking about when I seen that, when I just seen that video before I came into the chat. How she was glowing when she was talking about him. That girl was in love with that boy. This video ain't 6 months old. Like, what the hell happened, man?
That's my question right there. Is like, what the hell happened within that small little time frame to where it went from? And somebody said it in the chat too. They were just together a month ago for I think what it was, her retirement ceremony or something like that. Whether it was high school, it was her high school. Yeah.
Something happened.
And then all of
something happened.
Yeah, they retired her jersey at her high school. I think
and the only thing I could think of, because to my understanding, she cut off the communication. He did something. Meaning, I don't know if he crashed out on him or he got caught slipping.
And he's trying to explain himself.
I don't even want to speculate what happened, to be real with you, because it's kind of when we do that, we're kind of going into the semantics, and the semantics when you stuff like that happen, semantics don't matter. It really don't matter who cut off who, or who broke up with who, or what happened, what caused the breakup. None of that really matters.
Well, see, at the end of the day, you're absolutely right, Don, but hear me out. All that's gonna come out. All of that it's got to come out, especially when you get to the part about his freedom, and then you got to deal with the NFL. All that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
So, but I understand what you saying about the semantics part, but that's gonna come out. Like, they both may get exposed. And what's because. To me, like I said, it's just strange that his bum was that low. I said, 20,000 low. I said, so 10% of that is 2,000? But I'm pretty sure he paid the whole 20,000. Three, four stiff suits come pick him up from jail? Huh? You know, I'm expecting to look up and see 2, 3 of his homeboys come get him. No. Three stiff suits.
Y'all got to stop that
Yeah.
weak ass shit talking about the power of the pussy. That is not it.
Let me
That's
let, let me say this. Let me say this
Y'all
to
ain't
that.
y'all ain't been old enough to understand. But go ahead, True. You know more than
Let me
I do.
say
Go
something
ahead.
about that. It ain't about that. Because at the end of the day, I'm
Hmm.
gonna say it. At the end of the day, all pussy the same. Yeah, y'all,
Exactly.
yeah. Y'all heard it from OG True. Trust me, I got a whole lot of experience in that area. At the end of the day, it's all the same. It's what you make the pussy. All right, understand?
Mhm.
Let me tell
Hmm.
y'all, see young blood something. It ain't the pussy making you. It's you making the pussy. Now,
Hmm.
young blood got some control issue,
Yes.
Hmm.
Yep.
and he's not been.
Hold on, what happened? Did True go out?
Mhm.
Yeah. But what he was saying is like again, like well, y'all. Most people when people say that they either immature, they pretty much didn't have that much pussy in their life, or they just dumb. Like when you get to, or they too young to understand. When you get to like your mid to late 30s, you'll start seeing women very differently. Instead of you seeing that, oh, you trying to claim them as a trophy or whatever, trying to get everybody in your roster. What you be trying to do, you ain't trying to mess with none of them, because by the time you get our age, you done dealt with so much stuff. And I'm not saying women are bad, but you become more, you become less naive. Let's put it like that. You become less naive to the fact of society tells you that you got to do X, Y, Z, or you got to be X, Y, Z with a woman. Really, you don't.
Mhm.
Like, if she's not your wife, you don't owe none of these women anything. Not even sex, not even a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Somebody was trying to call me. Y'all know how that go.
You good?
That's fine.
But
But
no, man, it's a control thing with bro. He, like I said, he has been held accountable a lot. Anybody with any power to talk to him, 9 times out of 10, they're in need of him. So they gonna watch what they say because they don't want to make him mad where he cut him off and don't give him no money, that type stuff there. So and everybody done coddled him and jumped on his side whenever he done had his little crash out moments. That's abundantly clear.
you know what, True? Let me ask you this question. And do y'all really see what's been going on the past 10 years with these athletes? And I'm not gonna go too far back, but I'm gonna say 10 years. And it's been happening most recently with a lot of these athletes. I really think these NIL deals, players getting paid in college and some high school. We keep it in 100. Some of these players get paid in high school. It killed the humbleism of these young men.
Zero humility at all. Zero. You're right. That's a very interesting. Yeah, that's a very true. Hey, that's a
Money
strong
make
point
these
there,
guys
bro.
too money. When they get these money, they use it as control. They use it as control. And like I said, I've been seeing it a lot with these like the Henry Ruggs and all these guys. They be buying these expensive cars, driving 200 miles on the street. Doing dumb shit because they got money and they feel like money's gonna save them out of gonna get them out of they problems. 9 times out of 10, it don't work like that. Money don't get you. Look, money don't get you out of everything. Money can help. It can help. It can support that, but it's not gonna always be the only thing.
He
Sometimes it's
don't
all
make the
about.
kind of money. He don't make the kind
Mhm.
of money to get him out of the shit that he in. But the person
And he
that
don't know the people neither, because like
yeah,
you a black man, and like, do you know some politicians? Do
now we
you
see
know some
how
people that?
powerful we see how powerful Uncle Arthur is right now. Because
Mhm.
ain't the only person in his life with that type power to have him out in less than 48 hours off what he allegedly did is Arthur Blank.
And he ain't built that rapport off the blank. He only been with the team for a year, less than a year. We being honest. He got drafted in April.
Arthur
It's
Blank has been a
February.
businessman right now. Y'all got to understand right now. Arthur Blank is being a businessman. Businessmen they play damage control for the
And
sake of the business.
yeah, the thing is, he's a strong, intricate part of this Atlanta Falcons team. He's supposed to be the building one of the building blocks of this team. So it doesn't really matter if he has built that rapport with Arthur Blank.
Mhm.
The fact that he's still an asset, and a lot of times that's what these players are. They're an asset. They're property of the Atlanta Falcons.
Thank
That's
you.
what we want to say. He's property of the Atlanta Falcons, and you as an owner of a team, owner of these players, owner of a team, these players are your property. So he got to do whatever it takes to make sure that his property is well taken care of. All their needs, all their needs. And if they don't feel like they need them, they gonna get rid of them. So I'm not saying, look, a lot of times the people take it the wrong way. I don't really give a shit. But these players are anytime you even at work, you're a property of your job. All right. They don't care nothing about you. They don't want to see you hurt so because they don't want to see them get sued. They don't care nothing about that. But they're gonna make sure that you are healthy. Why? So you can bring your ass back and do some more work for me. So that's how Mr. Blank handles things. And like I said, I'm not disregarding that Mr. Blank doesn't have or anything of that nature. But the thing is like I said, you got the power. I'm getting you. If I had the power, I'm telling you right now, y'all motherfuckers, look, y'all have no clue. I'm telling you right now, motherfucker talk shit to me, and I got the power like that. Look, I'm make sure y'all motherfucker don't eat for 2 days straight. Okay, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna send somebody to y'all house and rub y'all refrigerator so y'all won't be eating for 2 days. Okay.
If I had the power, y'all motherfuckers, some of y'all motherfuckers be at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
tell
to
y'all
I don't
something.
want to go that far, man. But
You know,
the thing
but
is
let me tell
always
y'all something, man. Hey,
go ahead.
where y'all think he at right now? Y'all think he at home?
Hell no.
He's somewhere down there. Arthur probably got him a house, apartment,
Mhm.
or
No,
Sit
hotel.
no.
your ass
Like,
down
They
right
took
here.
his.
No,
They
I'm
took
gonna
his
be
ass.
honest with
You
you. I
better
don't even
believe.
think Arthur. I don't even think Arthur dealing with it. I think Josh Blank dealing with this shit right now. Cause like
They
you, the
they took
future of
his
the
ass
team.
straight to Flowery Branch. They probably put him in that dorm. Put him in them dorm. Goddamn Flowery Branch. You sit your ass
Exactly.
right here. You sit your ass right here. Don't you say a word.
don't
Look
you
here.
say
No, no. You can't have no cell phone. No nothing. He go remote. He go TV. You can watch TV. He go
You can't
phone.
get out of there.
Call
You
you.
can't get out. It's a compound. You can't get out of there anyway. You got to go
hell
through
no.
gates. It's
Yeah.
entryways. So
Yeah.
if you went now, you stuck
He go
unless you
he go
climb
your
in that gate.
phone. Call your mom and daddy. Let them know you're all right. Don't you call that bit. Don't you even don't you call nobody that within 10 miles of that goddamn girl. Don't you say don't do no interviews. Hey, don't let Vlad TV get hold of you. Don't you say nothing.
Mhm.
But I just done went out here because ain't no tell you something. Man, Arthur Blank took $20,000, man, please. Man, Arthur Blank done not he done cashed out the judge, bro. Because the judge was at home in his bed, man. Arthur, what you
Mhm.
want, man? Yeah, yeah, he in my jail. What you want? Oh man, I'm in here later. My old lady, bro. Yeah, call me back. Call me back in the morning. Oh, you sending how much? All right, I'm on the way. That I'm willing to bet that's how that conversation took place. The judge got up out of his bed and they held court in his jail cell. Boy, so many cases I done heard where they had to wait. Look, man, I got a partner. They got locked up about 15 years ago. They got locked up in Fayette County. Fayette. On some serious shit. He didn't get a chance to see the judge for 8 months.
Hmm.
8 months.
Well, I know a situation like that myself.
Yeah. This boy was out in less than 48 hours based on what they say he did. Now, the judge already know what done happened. So in order for the judge to just give him $20,000, $20,500. I'm gonna let y'all do the math on that. Cause they done got
Oh, he about
everybody's
to pay some.
story.
He
They,
gonna pay some restitution. That's all. He gonna pay that restitution.
yeah. They done got everybody's story. Her cash out been hit. Hey, baby, you okay? Look, yeah, I know, man. Yeah, he a dumbass. He is, baby. But listen up here. You say your cash out what? Raquel, LA 21. Okay, hold on. You got it. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry that happened, sweetie. Okay. All right, we got him. You ain't got to worry about him no more. You better believe. I'm telling you, I know how that type stuff go. I'm telling you, like for real.
Could,
Hey,
could, could, could this be kind of like what happened with Jonathan Babineau when he went through that shit?
Yeah,
but
I think
did
it's
we
just
hear anything else
women
about
want
it?
money.
Hell no.
Did we
Hell
hear anything
no.
about it?
I'm
And
gonna
then
be
these
honest.
girls
I'm gonna
talking
be
about going
honest.
on strike too, cause their money ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Women,
I'm,
they gonna want money. She gonna want money before she want to see him behind closed. And then I'm not even saying that she don't want to see him behind bars, but if it's you getting a check or you get a check and then there's a restraining order saying that he can't be around you no more, versus you just seeing he's in jail, which one you gonna choose?
they
Look,
don't.
I'm gonna choose
You
some
better
money
believe they
because
don't
somebody
talk to her about
behind
that.
jail ain't making me no damn money. I want some money.
She
I'm like,
probably
look, as long as
said,
you stay the fuck away from me, I'll give me my check.
"Yep, that probably was." She probably said, "Look here, I don't want, I don't want the man to be locked up, but I don't want him around me. That's
Hmm.
all."
I can see
So,
that.
so hence that's why the judge all this factors in on the judge getting up out of his bed to go see him on Super Bowl Sunday night. He probably at a damn Super Bowl party, drinking some scotch. What? What? You mean to tell me I got to go? How much you selling me? All right, I'm on the way. I'm just saying.
I was like, look. I actually have the shit played out in my fucking head right now, bro. And I just go back and I just think about that Babineau situation, how everybody in Atlanta made such a big deal, and then
We never heard nothing about it.
literally like a week later, the shit disappeared off the face of the planet. Like, damn. But like you said, my biggest thing
A few years back.
with that, and it goes back to what you said, True. Why the fuck would you put yourself in that situation in the first place?
Man, that shit hurt me. That hurt me, man. Cause see, see the uncle Truth and the daddy that came at me. I looked at a picture of them
Hmm.
too. I said, man, what happened to y'all, man?
Hmm.
A, a gorgeous young black couple, man.
Right.
Come on, man. What happened to y'all? He's 6'5", she's 6'2", so anything they spit out gonna be, you know what I mean? If it ever, of
Hmm.
course, it'll never get to that now.
Right. All right. Boogeyman asked the question, "What does a low
But
bond mean?" He said he new to this. So you want to go ahead and explain it to him?
say that again.
Yeah, I'll put it on the
Say
screen.
that again now.
A low bond.
Low bond.
Uh,
It's on the screen.
low bond mean pretty much the judge didn't think it was that severe to be hitting them with a major bond.
But what
Like
exactly does that mean?
either that or the judge done got kicked some money under the table. Like the
No,
man
no, no.
was charged with aggravated stalking.
I get it. Hold on. We're going to get to the essence of what that means, though. So when you say low bond, what when you say low bond 20,000, kind of make a comparison. in that regard. Do you remember anybody that had $100,000 million bill? Have you ever seen those situations?
Um, Look at Diddy them.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, be honest with you, who look more fucked up, James Pearce Jr. Or Sean Puffy Combs?
But that's what I'm saying. We gonna get to that
Just think
issue.
about it now.
I want to paint a picture. I want to paint a picture. People, because
Yeah,
people don't understand what
And,
the bond means. So
I
the bond.
think Puff had a crazy, bond, like some damn $100 million bond or some crazy number.
Mhm.
$20,000. Hell, the average Joe Blow can go sign can go sign the deeds in his house. This man,
He had a fifty
for
million
what he
dollar.
did,
He had a $50 million bond, y'all. Sean Combs.
Puff did,
Yeah.
and all he was, he was just being a freak. He was
Hmm.
just being a freak.
So that's kind of give you an idea of what the bond actually
You talking
means.
about stalking? You talking about stalking? Listen, that stalking is serious business now. Young brothers out there, young brothers and sisters, y'all don't do that. You don't want that label of a
Mhm.
stalker. It's almost as bad as being a child predator. Because basically you are being a predator. And all he got was a $20,000 bond. Not only injured her, used his vehicle as a battering ram, which caused assault with a deadly weapon charge.
Yeah, we don't know if she was injured though. We just know her
She
car
wasn't
was.
injured. She wasn't injured. But you injured the officer.
And we don't even know that to be true. That's just a rumor.
Yeah, from what I saw, one of the officers got left knee got hit. So I don't know. I wasn't there, but that's what I was.
Yeah, it's very little on that story, so I don't really think
But
that's kind of.
now you go back and then running from the police, and then resisting the way you were resisting arrest. And all right, you give him 20,000, you can go home. Come on, bro.
More than likely that'll be like the more like that part that'll be dead. That'll pretty much be dropped. The
They
running.
they they gonna drop that because like I said, hey man, I was fearing for my life. I didn't know what y'all gonna do to me. So
Yeah.
okay, you can knock that off, but bro, hey, you ain't knocking off no aggravated no aggravated stalking and no damn assault with a deadly weapon, and the deadly weapon is a $200,000 Lamborghini truck. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's fi- that's fifty
That
thousand
shit
on
is
each.
that shit is wild though. Like you
Yeah,
said, for
that's
for
fifty
just for
thousand. That's 50,000 bond on each charge. That boy,
Yeah.
that boy bond should have been at least 100 grand. And I still would have been like, damn, he got all good if it's just 100 grand.
Hmm.
When I said 20,500, hell, I can sign my place. I can sign my PlayStation 5 over and use that as collateral. Hell, all that he did, I just don't know how he can ever play it down in football in the near future. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's
I don't know. I
but
would
that
like for him to rehabilitate himself and get himself back right as a human being. Then refocus on football. Um, I don't know how long it's going to take. It could be a short process where he sit out 6 months to a year and get back ready for 2027 season, or you know, it's bad, man. This shit bad, bro. This shit bad. Look, man. This shit was a top news thing in the week over the weekend over the Super Bowl. And guess what? Just 2 days earlier, the biggest news in football was the ex linebacker who has been charged with murdering his broad. It was bigger news than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that became a backstory.
Right.
That
And
Now,
for
became a
those
backstory.
and for those that don't know that story, that was former linebacker Darren Lee, which
Boy been charged
ironically
with
was
first
the
degree murder of his
yeah.
broad. And then 2 days later, you turn around and do that on the day before the Super Bowl and hit Bones just 20,000. Boy, stop.
Mm. Like I said, bro, it's just been a wild weekend. But
If I'm off,
um,
one more
I
thing,
think we
K
got
Style.
about. Go
One
ahead,
more
go ahead.
thing. Y'all know the truth. I always got to put a little humor to it.
Oh,
If I
I
if I'm
mean,
up if I'm
got to.
Arthur Blank, if I'm Arthur Blank, I put on I put on me because you know Arthur Blank I was in this too. I'm gonna put on me a hoodie and some jeans, and I'm gonna walk in there with my pistol in my hand, and I'm gonna slap the shit out of them with that pistol. What the hell wrong with you, bro? You right here, bro? You right here stalking hoes, nigga? What the fuck? You stalking hoes? And I had to cut down about damn near $1.5 million for your ass. You think it was just 20,000? Oh, all that shit coming out your check.
Then,
All that
like
shit coming
it's,
out. Get out my face. Go give me that phone. Give me that phone. Oh, nigga, you ain't finna go on no damn social media. No, no.
so you
They
can.
go
Oh, you
remote right
can.
there. They go
Oh,
Bible. A remote in the Bible. You can what?
what you say,
A
truth? You
remote in the
cutting all
Bible.
that shit
No,
off.
you can't
You said
leave
you.
here. Yeah, yeah. They go remote. You can watch
That
your little
boy, wait.
TV. We got it on the gospel channel. Only channel I got is the gospel channels and ESPN. I let you watch ESPN. Other than that, you ain't got no phone, no tablet, no nothing. You know, I already talk to your mom and your daddy. Call your mom and your daddy. Dumbass, you dumb motherfucker. Now that one motherfucker I'm gonna give you. You dumb motherfucker. Boy, what is wrong with you, man? Like, come on, bro. Who the hell do you think you are? And I slap him in with the pistol and walk out there. Well, I'll cut her forward and walk out the room. Now I'm done. Go ahead.
But yeah, like I
I'll
said,
slap shit
man,
out of his ass.
the moral of the story, man, is use your motherfucking head.
The
And
right.
if you're too emotionally unstable to use your motherfucking head, you got to have the right people to tell you, sit your stupid ass down. Why the fuck is you doing this shit? Now, like I said, when it comes to the rest of the details of stuff like that, we're going to have to see how this shit play out. So we want to go ahead and get a little bit lighter on the on this conversation here. We got about 30-ish more minutes. Like I say, definitely hit them buttons for everybody on the panel. Now, let's go into this Super Bowl
Truth got to
yesterday.
back out of here, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Truth got to back out of here, okay?
Okay.
All right, man.
All
All
right, man.
right, man.
Okay. Yep.
All right, we holler at you later, Drew.
Yep.
Now, let's go right into this Super Bowl, man. So, like I said, we're kind of hearing a lot of the conversation surrounding the Super Bowl as it being one of the boring games. As we already know, the Seattle Seahawks pretty much dominated the New England Patriots for the Super Bowl championship. So On the aftermath and the day after the game, man, Mike, how we feeling about that Super Bowl, man?
Back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality.
Why am I saying that, Kill?
Cause you trying to you stapling a poster of Malcolm X in your bedroom.
Oh, there this thing go. However you want it, however you need it.
If
People
it's
that's
gonna
under
be
the
any
age of
poster,
35, they don't know
if
what
it's
that
gonna be
means.
a poster, it's gonna be a poster of In Vogue. Okay, I'm not having no poster, no dude on my wall. That ain't happening unless
I
it's
know,
Bray
but a lot of
Wyatt.
people don't. They
Unless
don't.
it's
They
Bray
don't get the. They
Wyatt.
don't get. They
Unless
don't
it's
get
Bray
the joke.
Wyatt.
They
That's
don't
it.
get the joke, bro. They don't get the joke.
I know they don't.
But like you said, man, like you said, at the a day to kind of think about it, man. What do you do? How do you feel about the result of that Super Bowl? Because you have a lot of the popular conversation as it being the most boring Super Bowl they've ever seen. Um, a lot of people really didn't like it for the simple fact there wasn't enough offensive output where it was more so of defense and special teams. So where you at? Where you at on that? On that number?
Offense, enough defense. I mean, I just enjoyed good football. It was a lot of running, and I think both teams kind of well, I wouldn't say both teams, but Seattle, I just like how they controlled the game defensively and with the run game, and that's a thing of beauty because me being a Peyton Manning fan, um, a large part of what they did with Indianapolis was they used a lot of play action fakes and a lot of dummy calls, a lot of dummy audibles and things of that nature. So it was a thing of beauty for me. I thought Seattle was just, I thought they were perfect from head to toe.
Mm. What about you, Don?
Defense, man. I really love the defense. Like, as far as people saying that the game was boring, yeah, they don't like defense. They wanted to see the score 52 to 48. And I told people that this may be a low scoring game, and it was for majority of the game until Seattle pulled away in the fourth quarter to claim their second world championship. So, but a lot of people don't understand that Seattle's a well coached team, and I understand that Kubiak is leaving to go to the Raiders, but check out how their defense was. Their defense carried them to this championship. All right, and then the special teams unit. Um, they made all their field goals last night. The punter, man, like he should have been considered the MVP. That man was pinning them inside. He was pinning the
Man,
Patriots inside their
coffin,
10 the whole
coffin
time.
corner, coffin
Yeah,
corner.
yeah, like. But again, we only focus on most people. I ain't gonna say we. Most people just focus on quarterback. Most people just focus on the running back or receiver. They don't focus on or sacks. They don't focus on all the details it takes to win games, to beat your opponent. And it's three phases of the game. Of course, they dominated on defense. The special teams unit was great, tremendous. Shouts out to Jay Harbaugh. He's gonna be a head coach one of these days. So he's gonna follow his dad's footsteps. And Sam Donald and Kenneth Walker and AJ Barner, they all did a good job last night. So and
Mm.
again, I told you so. I told y'all Seattle was gonna end up winning. I said the reason why Seattle's gonna win because they had more Michigan people on it. They had more Michigan
Man,
players. I
shut
told them.
up, man.
No, 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 no. I told them they was gonna win. They had championship pedigree on their team. Barner is a
Do
national
we?
champion. Barner is a national champion, and he won a Super Bowl in the span of 2-3 years. That's crazy.
I just had a feeling he was gonna throw
So
that
tired
in
of
there.
your ass. I don't have I'm
But
tired of
the
this nigga, man.
but the thing is, when you have a championship pedigree, it's seriously, when you have a championship pedigree, you're gonna bound to continue to win games and win championships. That's just how it is.
Oh man, but yeah, but
But last year, hold on. Didn't last year Philadelphia won the Super Bowl, and didn't they have a lot of Georgia Bulldogs on their team? I'm just
I'm not
saying.
worried about. I'm not worried about whether it was Georgia or Michigan players on the damn team.
He
I'm
not
just. I'm,
Mm-mm.
He,
I ain't for y'all.
look, we gotta let Don have it because a lot of y'all asses was sitting here rooting. He is right. A lot of y'all sitting here rooting for the Eagles because they had a bunch of
They were
bulldogs
rooting
on
for Spencer Bennett
Yep.
too. He ain't no damn championship. He ain't got no damn championship pedigree. Get that, man. I'll let you have it, man.
Who don't have a championship pedigree?
there. He said Stetson Bennett. He was talking about Stetson Bennett.
Oh, I ain't like he was he on the Eagles last year? I ain't know. I don't know.
No, no, nah. But
The
my thought on that game, like you said, man, it was the keep it simple, stupid plan that worked for him. I mean, this is the same game plan that, like you said, Philadelphia used last year against Kansas City. They kept it simple. You used all three phases of the game. You ran the football effectively. The passing game was just a complement of the run game, and your special teams dominate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew G,
Oh,
what's good, man? The DC really didn't call the defense. That was all Mike McDonald that called that defense last night.
yeah, they actually panned in on it. I saw that myself. But
Take notes, Dan Quinn. Take notes. If you gonna call the defense, that's how you call the fucking defense. If you a head coach,
but some notes I kind of took off of that defense when I was watching that game. Man, that they're moving Devin Witherspoon to that Charles Woodson role where he's their best quarter playing in the slot and blitzing off of it.
mm,
That right there, that put a lot of fear in New England. I don't know if they weren't if that was a new wrinkle, a new wrinkle they done came up with, or just the fact
Man,
that
Josh
Chris
McDaniels,
Chris
he been
Pastors
doing that
is
for years though. Josh McDaniels been putting his best receiver in the slot for years. So
yeah,
that's just good scouting by McDaniel.
And
okay.
Chris Pastors, he's the linebackers coach. He's the one that kind of dialed up the blitzes and stuff last night.
Mhm.
He's the one he didn't dial them up last night, but he's the one like he put that in the game plan. So if Josh McDaniels show a sign of this, Mike McDonald is like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do to counter that. So Chris Pastors is another Michigan guy, and you said Charles Woodson. So yeah, I did see that too last night. K Styles, and I'm like, oh wow, they really using Witherspoon for this. I'm like, yeah, this over with. They took their
Mhm.
best. They took their best person out of the game, like their best receiver out of the game last night, and they couldn't really run the ball for real neither. So it was like Drake May
Yeah,
had to be the hero, and we knew that was not going to be the case neither.
they turned Drake May into the old Sam Darnold.
Damn.
Um, I'm just saying. Andrew asks, would you rather have this Seattle defense or the Legion of Boom? Just curious, which one did you like better?
I like this one.
That's tough.
I like this one. Let me tell you why. Because if you look at the NFC West back then, yeah, you had the 49ers. They were good, but
Mhm.
And the Cardinals, here and there. The Rams was
I think,
horrible.
I think this defense, what they call it, the
The
what they
dark
call it,
side.
the dark side defense. I think the dark side defense is if you're just talking about structural wise, I would take this Seattle defense for its versatility. It's a little bit more versatile than the Legion of Boom
Mm-hmm.
because if you look at the parts of it, it's similar, but it's used differently. Like I said, the Legion of Boom, it was about the big hits. It was an intimidation factor with them. You got like you said, and that's all because you got Cam Chancellor, this big motherfucking 6'4", 230 pound safety who already knock your head off. You got a 6'3", 200 pound corner in Richard Sherman, a 6'4", 245 pound corner in Brandon Browner, and you had a defensive line to get. So they were built on intimidation. But I think this defense has a little bit more versatility because you had a lot of moving parts that could be effective everywhere. The Legion of Boom was kind of stationary.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a lot of rotating pieces around that defense outside of that D line,
Yeah.
but they were just built on an intimidation factor. And an intimidation factor is good to have, but I don't, I don't, I don't think they had the versatility as what the dark side defense was.
And that dark side defense, those guys are like they got high football IQs too.
Hmm.
Not saying that the Legion of Boom didn't, they did, but these guys, this group of guys right here, man, they just they understand the scheme of what they got to do. They know their job. They do their jobs very well. Like their job is to. They do not want you to score any points at all. It is not even a bend don't break defense. It's like you gonna bend and break because we're gonna break you. We're gonna break you.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that old school. If y'all remember the Chicago Bears of '85, Buddy Ryan. That's what this deep is. It looks just like that. It looks just like Buddy Ryan's defense. But I'm not shocked because the hardballs they all learned from Buddy Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's a part of that. So
and I also say too, Will Campbell and was it Jared Wilson, the rookies on the left side of that offensive line for New England, got baptized last night. They got
mhm.
baptized bad.
I mean
It,
that
it,
that 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 is true, but yeah, their quarterback didn't do him. They didn't do no justice.
yeah,
He didn't have a clue how to audible and get out of looks.
but that's where sometimes at that moment in time, the moment was too big. The expectations became too big
They
for
didn't.
him at
They
that
didn't.
moment.
They didn't. And I feel like on that offense, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Falcons fan, but I really don't think they used Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry enough in that game either. The Patriots could have used their tight ends a little bit more. And the route concepts that they used them on didn't make any sense. They kept using them outside the numbers. Like, bro, use them in the middle of the field. They blitzing, they sending linebackers. Like, but hey, again, that's Josh McDaniels for you. So,
He wasn't gonna get out of that look. He just kept running the same play, hopefully it was gonna work.
hmm
Right.
so the Patriots is the first team to lose a Super Bowl in 4 consecutive decades. They lost in the '80s. They lost one in the '90s. They lost one in the 2000, the early 2000s. They lost one in the 2010s. But they lost two in the 2010s. Went out three. I'm sorry, three. And then they lost one in this decade too.
Well, there you go.
So they lost more Super Bowl. I think they lost more Super Bowls than the Bills and the Vikings.
Well, there you go, man. But which is going to be a very interesting Super Bowl too, because we're going to be talking about this a little bit. We're going to be talking about this later on down the line in the off season. It's interesting on how Kenneth Walker, how he's how what his contract gonna be, because you have to remember this was a contract year for him, and by him getting that Super Bowl MVP, um, it's gonna be interesting to see how that market's gonna be for him. So how did y'all feel about the idea? I feel that Kenneth Walker was deserving of that MVP, or do you feel like it should have went somewhere else?
I think who else you was gonna give it to? That's the question. Like you can't get. Normally you don't give it to a special teams because I would have gave it to the punter or the kicker. That was my first choice. My second choice would have been AJ Barner. Of course, I have my bias about him, but he did score the first touchdown in the game. So let's be clear on that. But with Walker, he ran over 100. Well, he had 100 and what 40 all
Like
purpose yards.
Yeah, by 150 last
Yeah,
time.
like yeah. And the thing is, like Sam Darnold wasn't really doing much out there for real. So he Kenneth Walker did extend drives. You know, he made the right plays. Like he was fine. Now, I really feel like he was deserving of it because anybody else on the offense, you can't really just say, well, you got to give it to JSN. JSN missed half the game with an injury. Sam Darnold wasn't really lining up out there. So and Barner only had with like 40 some yards and a touchdown, four
hmm
receptions. That weren't really enough to get an MVP. So
right.
but I don't think to answer your question about it, because his contract is coming up soon. But I don't think they may end up keeping him there. Like honestly, because Charbonnet, if they keep him, because he looked good this season. You can literally, have Walker walk, and you got Charbonnet, and then you just draft another running back behind Charbonnet. That's what
hmm
I do. Save your money because again, he's gonna require a lot of money. He's gonna ask for like his Super Bowl MVP too. Yeah, he gonna try to drain their pockets. But
hmm
somebody said something about the dark side defense. They said they call it the dark side defense because everybody on that black. Really, Mike, I can't do that with these people, man.
shit. Shit, but what about the shit?
Mm.
I really don't give a damn about whether but the dark side. The reason why they call it the dark side defense was because there was no sunlight. They choked you from
Exactly.
the sunlight. Everybody
And,
knows that.
and Anakin Skywalker, he wasn't black, so let's get that clear too. Or Senator Palpatine.
Exactly. Um, but hold on, I think I did have another question for it. Um, so what do you think? Okay, so here's the question. So, what are some of the things that the Atlanta Falcons can take away from looking at another team win the Super Bowl in this particular fashion with defense?
Nothing. Seattle don't do nothing special. They just play their ball. Like, you
Yeah,
can't take anything from what Seattle did. The Falcons already do what they do.
you,
Um,
do.
that ain't really, you they don't take nothing. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta have both sides of the ball, all three sides of the ball, including coaching. But the four aspects working well together. Falcons are fine, man. I like
Okay.
they fine. They just gotta have everything working well together, and that's what good coaching does. It makes everything work well together. Seattle, nothing special about what Seattle does offensively, defensively, or special team. It's just they work well together.
Who is Screwball Dub WB? Who is this?
I, I, I've seen that name before. There's another one though. It's another one. The
Man the
ones that's
block.
coming in the troll. He hit a troll you. So like I said, don't even
I
ban
block.
those.
I banter. I banter. I don't care. I ain't got time for that. Look, I don't mind y'all cracking jokes, but at least be part of the show. Ask questions. Don't just come in here just trolling.
Hmm. But let me see, an hour and 30 minutes. All right, so I guess we can do the Q&A portion of the show now. So, like I said, the questions. If you got any questions pertaining to topics at hand, you be free to ask them. Um, so while we doing that, we'll go ahead and wait on a few questions before we get up on out of here. Ben Meir said, I think Stefanski would have a way better plan than Raheem Morris. I mean, I think that's how I look. I think that's already shown that right now.
Mm.
What you think? What you say about that comment right there?
Who you talking to?
I was talking to both of y'all.
I'm
I
letting
was
you
saying,
go
I
first,
said,
Mike.
no. He said, I think Stefanski would have a way better plan than Raheem.
I ain't answer no damn question about no Raheem.
That's not a question. I meant to say that was a statement.
Well, I ain't
Raheem,
responding
Uh,
to a statement about Ragoof, okay?
hold on, Southside said y'all checking out this Pistons and Hornets fight.
The Pistons always getting in the fights.
Did it involve the same dude from the Pistons
Oh,
getting into another fight?
probably do.
Lord have mercy. Can I have what? Can I have 1 year where this dude ain't fighting somebody?
didn't they have the best record in the basketball? What happened to that?
I don't. I don't know. Like I said, basketball. Like I said, the NBA has been so flippy when it comes to that stuff. Um. So I don't
Let's
really
not
see any. I don't even
no.
really see any questions now. So then we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Um, fellas, y'all got any closing thoughts y'all want to get out?
I
Yeah, we're
do.
not talking about Ragoof no more, okay?
Yeah. I got one. I got one thing to talk about, ladies. It ain't about just y'all on Valentine's Day. Get us a toolbox or a grill or something. We like stuff too. That's all.
Get something to grill.
A grill or a tube. I want a toolbox. That's what I want. I got tools. I just need a bigger toolbox to put stuff in because I got 3 different toolboxes, and I just need a big one just to put all my stuff in.
Oh wow. Oh God, yeah. He said, "Oh yeah." Stewart ran off the bench and swung on my. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh,
Lord have
his dumb ass. Like that ain't even the damn. Yeah, all he does is rebound and start fights. That's all he for.
We just had a whole show about crashing out, and then this bullshit happened.
Another dumb black Negro.
no, I'm like, what? Man? Well, I like what? We're like, what is we doing here?
I'm gonna need y'all white people to step it up, okay? We need y'all to crash out. I'm tired of seeing Negroes crashing out. Okay, hit somebody
He
in the
said, "You
head
took
with a burrito or something. Goddamn it!
what you say? What you say? It's too many of us representing the
Some
crash out crew.
some of our Hispanic brothers too. Y'all motherfuckers need to crash out. All right, throw some goddamn sausages at people or something.
What the hell?
They probably too busy getting drunk any damn way. Our Hispanic brothers.
What the? You know what?
Yeah, I know damn well them goddamn Hispanic be drinking their ass off. I know because my damn nephew.
Well, shit, you think I don't know that shit?
Antonio be drinking his ass off. Okay.
Motherfucker, you come home, you see about 9,000 cars in the damn neighborhood at one house.
Mm-hmm. They all be drinking and smoking.
Lord.
And I'm talking about
But,
Antonio, my friend, all right?
like, well, like you said, man, since there ain't really no questions in here, we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. Like I said, we appreciate y'all as usual. Make sure you go ahead and hit the buttons. See some K Live, Mad Mike Sports,
Yeah.
Mad Mike Network, the Heavy Hitters Live.
Yay.
Damn, so you said a 49ers player got shot in the ankle. You know what? We gonna get up on out here. Y'all, what the hell is going on in 2026?
I
Y'all
don't
be
know, boy.
good, yo.
I mean, what the hell going on in San Francisco? Everybody getting shot down there.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. But like you said, man, till next time, people, we here to play.
I don't know.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the hell up out of here.
Well, what in the hell is going on in the world today? Y'all asses is tripping out here.
Y'all need to eat some more Fruity Pebbles.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor, flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.